Probably yes. Let me check if everything works as always. And we can start today's live. Today we are going to edit some photos from yesterday's race. I see that on YouTube everything works. Let's wait for Instagram. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Live. Today we are going to edit some photos from yesterday's race. I see that on YouTube everything works. Let's wait for Instagram. Okay, I think everything is fine. Go live on Instagram and we can edit some photos from yesterday's event. That might be good. I haven't been as a photographer on a race a long time, and races if you compare races and rallies, I would say on rally the skill is the require of basic skill of your photography is much higher. But if you are, I would say, beginner, or sometimes when you want to check your camera, test various settings, that is good to go for a race, because over there are car, you are standing in one place, and especially endurance race, this is 5.5 hours. So 5.5 hours cars are driving non-stop. You can do thousands of a thousand photos, and for example you can practice your motion, how you move your camera, how you follow the camera by a car, how you follow the car by your camera. For example, you can test your autofocus, you can test various settings, especially nowadays modern cameras, they have a lot of them, so that's good. That's good to take, for example, as a warm-up before the season. So as my priorities are rallies, that's good to go once to the track and just check it variable settings of your camera. That's number one, and that's the most important. That's why I went there to do that. I've recorded also footage on my GoPro. Then for sure in a short period of time you will I will edit them and I will update them on my Instagram, on my rally race Instagram. And okay, so let's start it. I have selected them already. Some of them I edited to just check it how it works. Okay, you can see screen, you can see settings over here. Here is a picture. I've edited already a few, if I could remember. This one, for example, can I make it somehow bigger that you can see it? Maybe we can, like this. I've edited this one, and I've edited some more, and I also try to various settings over there. How my camera works, autofocus, motions, settings, various settings. So that's good to be there just to like a test day before the main season, to test your your skills or improve your skills. Okay. Okay, because as you know that when you're not taking money for your photography, then you can somehow go crazy sometimes and reduce the shutter speed for lower one. Then you can have nice motions and you can just play with your play with your settings. Some of them are edited, especially some cars. This BMW catch. Somehow this BMW works well with my autofocus, and as you can see over here, the front of the car is completely sharp, how it's supposed to be, and in the back, because the motions, like the camera motions like this, and the time was 1/60th of a second, so super low. That's why this photo is super dynamic. But you can, there is in the background there is not that many objects. That's why you cannot see those dynamics. Those are not realities, you know. That's difficult part, to show dynamics when in the background there are not that many objects. But you can see that on a car, because autofocus and my motions with camera was exactly in the front of the car. That's why the front of the car is that nice, and the rest is just blur. This is a raw photo. I've edited only exposure and the highlights, and then we will back to this photo to edit this particular photo later. Okay, what I edited over here, that's similar. And also, yeah, with racing is like this. You have only, because on Zandvoort circuit, like the nut, the fence is like so high, then it's even difficult to find good spots to photography. So if you go over there and on and on and on and on again, then you will probably shoot from exactly from the same spots. That's why I love racing, because over there you have special stages, and this is also like your skill to just go there and find right spots before cars come. So this is also super important, like the skill in the really photography. This is really good. I really love use other objects as a frame. This is like a nut for professional shooters. They can be over there because there are two fences, and they can go between those two fences. And I went there, so I decided to shoot through this fence, this like window for professional photographers, but from the background, from the second how we call it, second fence, whatever. But it's the final effect is satisfying. This is another, yeah, I've edited a few photos already because I was curious. I really love this E30 BMW Cup, old car, so black and white, why not? And some photos over there. But okay, let's back it. I really love this one. I think this one is on the thumbnail from thumbnail on YouTube. Okay, I'm going to turn on the chat. I mean, chat is turned on, but somehow photos over there. But okay, let's back. Somehow it's not visible for everybody. Okay, let's start it. Okay, so let's start it. Editing. I've selected already photo, what we can edit, what we cannot, because a lot of tests, some of them are not sharp. Then the basic, I would say, if you have presets from Adobe or another source of presets, it's good to find presets which match those conditions. And somehow, if you want edit like 1,000 photo on one go, then just find right presets what's matched together with your style, and you can basically match together with this environment. So that means that, for example, when with this environment, I can see that it's like futuristic too, I think. Let me find it. Lifestyle, concert, or food too. That was no futuristic too. And you can, and this is the fast how fast you can edit photos. For example, we have over here like a default, then futuristic 2. When you click futuristic 2, then its colors are a little bit saturated. I don't wanna this one, so futuristic 2, lower the vibrance, and I think over here is some grain. No grain. So this photo, reducing highlights, reducing vibrance, and then lowering little bit exposure. Then you have, I would say, photo ready to send to your customers, Instagram and whatever. But if you want to play it have more fun with edit. That's why I'm doing it. I'm doing it like I'm more like an artist. I don't have pressure to deliver. That's why I can go forward with editing, and I really like it. I really like it editing photos, not in Photoshop, in Lightroom. Don't get too crazy. Okay, so let's hope you will learn something from those because this also like to share my knowledge about photography, videography, those lives. So without, I'm not selling nothing, so you can just I would say enjoy enjoy the knowledge which I want to share with you. Okay, as you can see that the car is just not in the middle. First thing I want to do, I want to crop it that the car will be in the middle, and you have two rules over here: or car in the middle just like this, crop it like this, or greater way when the car is going. So for example, it's driving over there. So if the car is driving over there, I can do that also like this, crop it, and also I can do that the car in the middle. In this case, I will do this car in the middle. For example, over here you can see two guidelines, so it's nice to match those two guidelines, to hit with those two guidelines, for example, wheels. You can see that that's exactly in the middle where we want it. Enter. Okay, now you can see the light lines over there. I can show my lines over there are a little bit skewed. So let's make them straight. Okay, that's nice, and we can see a little bit fence over here in the and that's why we don't want it. So we have two options: or delete those piece of fence, or just rise our photo. As you can see, I cannot rise that much, but I would say I would have the car exactly in the center. For example, like this. Easy. And now we have fence, and we need to get rid of this fence. So just take a rubber, mark it, and we will use it. We can use it all the way. So for example, copying those a piece of grass over there, or you can use AI, and AI is pretty good with that. Then you can zoom in 100%. Oh, no, I cannot. Oh, you see, that's the way what AI shouldn't supposed to work, because we want to get rid of. Oh, and the third offer for AI, in my opinion, match our requirements. So I would like to leave this one, and maybe I can leave this one, and I will work with that one. So for example, when you zoom in, then there is like almost completely no difference between grass. Okay, so we have our photo balanced, we have our photo cropped. Then we can find some, I would say, good presets, and it would be nice to match together with those blue colors. So I would like to go, and that's important. That is also important to just follow the color. So if the car is blue over here, don't change it color like this. That would be green in the end, because you can do that easily. For example, you can change it like this, colors pretty easy, and this is not where we want to go. So don't do crazy. But the colors around, then feel free to change them and have fun. With them. Okay, I would say that's a basic photo from the track. Then before and after, just a little bit correction of colors, little bit correction of fence, cropped, and that's it. I would say the photo is done completely, just completely basic, nothing special. Okay, so let's go to the third one. Unfortunately, there were not that many cars, so it was difficult to catch a group of cars driving together. This is also completely basic photo. We can take our futuristic 2, for example. Then we can crop it a little bit. Over here in the corner we can see the fence. We don't want to see this fence because we want to clear this photo. It's also nice to see where cars are going. So for example, this is the right turn, so it's nice to see those turn. Then we have like vision that E30s BMWs are uh, much slower than the car in the right. And highlights minus, and usually that's basic. We cannot do that much over here. Sometimes we can skew our photo like this, or maybe do it a little bit, but we want to see corner when the cars are going. Just a basic photo. Everything is frozen, no motion. Actually, I don't like it skewed because there is we would need to get. We have those mascot commercials, and I don't want to. So let's make it straight, and that's it. And the next one, that's pretty basic. That's also pretty basic. Okay, so over here, at least something is going on. Then we have 3 cars grouped together, and let's use it. That's nice photo because they are 3 cars grouped together, and so you can see I want to use those photos, those, let's say, not that great photos. I don't want to print this one, so I can do that, change aspects to square. Then it will be more visible on social media, for example, when I upload this one on Instagram. So let's do that let's do this one in square. The cars are going that direction, so it would be nice to see where they are going. And also in the background we can see the corner, so it would be nice to crop them like this. Or even when you want to only public this photo on Instagram, then you can of course, because the resolution is enough to just take that close up. Okay. Okay. So if you have not that much colors on the photos, then I like to use winter presets, for example, because they are kind of match with my style. Let's see what we can find in winter presets, because this car is blue, the rest is, I would say, silver. That's too light. Okay, winter one, that's pretty nice. We don't have that much colors. And then we have blue, the car is blue, so we can balance it. Hue, what's changed here? Saturation is -70. Okay, so we can, saturation is -70, so let's back with saturation, with blue saturation. Saturation, only blue color to the right, then we can back our blue color over here. Saturation with red or orange. Orange is track limit, so let's back also with orange. And I would say that's it. That's pretty nice. The shadows are a little bit too harsh in my opinion. Then I want to reduce them a bit. And I would say yes, that's it. Good, in my opinion, that's good enough. Okay, the very next one, then again we have single car, everything sharp, 1/640th of a second. That's pretty, I would say, pretty just difficult. On this time is difficult to do not sharp picture. And we have single car. For example, we can go more extreme that time, because I really like to do that like this. An original color with a car are blue, so let's back blue colors over here like this. And that's a good idea. I see that the shadows are a little bit too blue. Highlights, shadows, little shadows a little bit are too blue. Let's check the original. Yes, let's correct it. Let's only select the object. Like this. Okay, we have selected object, then I want to get rid of those blue shadows. Like always, you can check it before and after. It's too much. Okay, let's check it. Green is reduced. Luminescence. Over here, blue, we have 2 minus. Let's bucket this one. Let's make it lighter. Okay, that was our idea. Okay, so we have all BMW, at least something more interesting. And I will use this photo on social media, so I can do that in square. It's more visible for everyone. Be sure that the shadow is complete. Good enough. Let's jump to the other one. Those 2 cars, the same scenario. And that's racing, because a lot of photos are just similar. Nothing is going on. Over here, I've edited this one before because it's nice pack of cars, and that's it. Over here, I think this one. Okay, this one is not edited yet. Then this also, all cars are packed together, so it would be smart to change ratio 1:1, just more visible for Instagram. Then you can fit every car over there, and we see now it's nice motion in the background. It's also like a little bit blurred. That's why you like it. And just find interesting presets. There is many cars, many different colors. It's blue, it's red, so I don't want to play much with colors. This time, and I will choose this one, and shadows a little bit up, because shadows are quite highlights down, because that was sunny day, and you can use your histogram. Then you can see histogram is exactly in the middle, so this means that your photo supposed to be over there. Then you are sure that there is a good light. Okay, you can, if you want to little bit more advanced, or your camera is not that advanced or not that expensive, you can always play with, I will show you, lens blur. It works pretty. Over there you can see the range. So we want to have those three cars in the sharpness, and in the background we want to add some blurriness. That's pretty good. Works pretty well and saved me many times. Okay, let me see our. Then you can see over there the line where is the light one, the white color. Then it's our sharpness, and in the background we can adjust blurriness or not. I will zoom in that you can see on your smartphone or your cell phone more precisely. So for example, we have the cars in the background, then we can add blurriness on them. We're going to do that just a little bit. Why not? Okay, that's a good one. I think that's exactly this same pack, or not? Yes, that's the photo of the second pack, and you can see the car is in the edge over here. That's why I don't like it. So, or remove a car, or crop it differently. Just basic colors, nothing crazy over here. Let's find our futuristic too. Good enough. Just reduce a little bit. I can edit them all like this, but okay, that's good enough. Just good photo. That's it. BMW, blue one, Golf, nice colors. Let's do it. Let's do it. I can see that we can do that in a square, like this. On a piece of frame, we need to remove piece of frame. Yes, and we have our BMW. This photo looks completely correct. Then highlights down, histogram exactly in the middle, how it's supposed to be from a photography school. I've moved a little bit to the another place. Then we have picture from the back, but mm, but let's check it the next one, the very next one, more interesting one, I would say. Here at least we have this BMW. I've told you that this BMW somehow has good colors and somehow works with my camera well. We can skew it a little bit to fit those three cars together. Then we can see that those two in the back are pushing the car in the front. Yes, let's do it like this. Then we can see shadows and everything. Highlights down, shadows maybe a little bit up because they are too to hash, white colors down, then we can back with our histogram. We can add some texture, and that's it. That's our basic photo and basic edit. Or even, for example, when you have like here, and as you said, if you want to use them only on social media, then it's good, and it's enough to just change the orientation of the photo. Why not? We can do it. We have enough resolution to do that. Yes, highlights, and as you can see on histogram, there is a little bit too light. Then back to the middle. Trust your data. That's exactly the same, but here is another pack. But so let's find it. Let's find some photo what we can do. Let's say single car, more art of it. And over here, I've tried to shoot through the fence. That's why it's lighter, and you can see that it's a little bit hazy. But you can because I want to check it how it is to shoot through the fence, and you can adjust a little bit the haze to reduce this kind of effect. And that's why I will show you how to do it later. For example, over here we have a pack in a car, then just add some dehaze, and everything will back to norm, because in some places the fence is really high and it's difficult to shoot some clear photos. Let's reduce it like this. Over here on the left side there is a rail guard. We don't want it. But first car is, I would say, the focus is on this car over here. It's not that perfect. You can see that it's sharp but a little bit hazy. This is from the back, and I like more the photos from over there, because as you can see some details over here. For example, when the car is details on the rim and tire, how tires work and everything. I really love those details. I already crop it like this, so that's more interesting. It's already edited. Let's back to the next one. It's exactly the same scenario. But it's from the back, and you can see it's way too light. And that's perfect photo to do that in 1:1 ratio over here. Then I'm going to add some vignette. I can add black one or white one. The car is white, so why? Let's do that in contrast, like this, or maybe we can do it like this. So the car is bigger. Let's find some good presets to I like this one. The origin of a car are blue stripes, so I would like to focus on those blue stripes. Let's give them back. Then you need to go to color grading, color mixing, saturation. Let's back blue color, aqua and blue. That's pretty easy because you can do that because those colors are close together. I would say even effortless. Let's back a little bit with red color. Let's back with those stripes, and I like this edit. Only over there in corner is mascot. Let's reduce it more. Okay, it's not in the center. Now it is. Okay, so that's our photo, and we will use it rubber to get rid of this sign over there. That's pretty easy. That's only a small piece. Okay, and we have our photo rating to 4. Another group of cars, the focus is on this one. I believe that I've used autofocus over there. Let's check it. Let's do some art. This one I believe is also edited. No, yes, a little bit. Again, this same car. Some cars are better somehow works better with autofocus. It depends on contrast and commercials. Those BMW, that's pretty nice shot. 1/160th of a second. F10. At least we have some object in the background. Then you can see that. See that the car dynamic of a car when we have object in the background. I would like to do it like this. Let's reduce it contrast a little bit. Highlights to see more details from a car. Shadows, we can add them. Nice details. Another car from MDM, but you can see that it's not that sharp. But if you use this one on social media, actually doesn't matter because the size of a photo is reduced. When the size is reduced, then you cannot see those small details. I would like to do some black and white. Let's check it. That's pretty basic. Again, this BMW, somehow those commercials on white chassis works well with autofocus. Not too high. Like this, car in the middle. Just basic cinematic futuristic too. Reduce vibrance. Good enough. Actually, nothing happened over there, and it was quite boring. This one is really sharp, and the car is bottoming down in the corner. I really like it. Original size, untouched. This one, reduce it a little bit. We have some vignette. I really like to use vignette to that you need to focus on the car. Then we have some grain. Reduce grain completely, and we can see that's pretty nice photo. The quality is enough to print it. Landscape of 4 cars. Then it's also kind of basic photography when you see marshals and the cars are blurred. I would take this one. Unfortunately, the cars are not in the middle, but I would like to focus that this building of marshals is in the middle. And what you can see that marshals are orange and there is no more orange color. Then it would be nice to reduce all colors instead of orange. That might be good play. So let's reducing saturation of all colors instead of orange. We can leave it orange. We can leave it red color. Then we can then you can see that the fire extinguisher is red. The lights of a car, and that's pretty. I would say that's good. I really like it. I would like to adjust some contrast. Highlights. White texture. Why not? Clarity. Yes, please. Dehaze. Yes. Only you can see over there grass. Then we can reduce the color. The grass manually over here. Just select the brush. Saturation completely down. Flow 100% and just paint them. Nicely, you can do that with grass over here. Then we are sure only extinguishers and marshals are orange and lights from a car. That's good. The next one exactly the same, but we have one for our gallery. That's good enough. Those photos are completely basic. Oh, that's also nice. Marshall is stretching. That idea was that to do that in square, for example, like this, but exactly the same scenario as in the previous photo. Little bit texture, everything. That's a food preset. Works pretty well with all the colors on all flags. That's also a really basic photo, and that's racing is good to just practice those kind of photos, like camera movement. It will be better because when you are on rally, then you have only one chance to shoot, to take a good shoot. Then you will be prepared later. If I have in my gallery done too much good photos of one car, then I'm skipping them, because why not? That's pretty good actually. And another driver. Okay, we go back to this one. Oh, that's another thing. When the car is, let's say, hitting apex, then you can also do also try to follow the car. I'm doing it often in rallies. I haven't seen that someone uses this technique on racing, but it's pretty cool. Add dynamic to photo, and you can see that at least something is going on. F11, 160th of a second. The car is green, so it would be nice to find something green. To yes, oh wow. Then you can see expose more green colors. What we can, I would like to add some green luminescence. What is going on over there? The shadows are a little bit too black in my opinion, because that was 2 o'clock, so the sun was a little bit low because it's still winter. That's I would say that's good enough. This same car from another perspective, and another one. So I was practicing those kind of movement. When you follow the car like this, and the car is starting to turning another direction. So for example, if you have two cars, then you can really take really dynamic photo. That's pretty good. Unfortunately, over here the BMW is cutted. And we cannot, because of that, we cannot do much. But I would like to take this one. It's still exactly the same technique, but I was reducing exposition, so it's 1/50th of a second. That's this effect. It's pretty dynamic. You can see at least something is going on, and the car is speeding. But the ratio of successful photos of this technique is pretty low. I would say 1 of 10, 1 of 20, especially I'm using adapter, and my lens is quite old, so that maybe in modern cameras, modern lenses will be much easier to do those kind of shoots. Or you can use Photoshop. That's also possible. Some exactly the same shoots over here. This one is pretty good. I really like it. That's 1/60th of a second. Pretty dynamic. You can see that all car is like, let's say, it's moving, and it's moving pretty fast. I would like to use some winter colors over there, because car is almost black and white. I think this car break down later, so this one. But as you can see, there is not that many objects and you cannot see the dynamic of this photo. Okay, let me check. Let me check the next one. It's exactly the same scenario, 1/60th of a second. Then we can do exactly the same. Just find good preset or just basic one, futuristic 2, match together. Highlights, and this time, because I want to upload these photos on social media, would be nice to do that in square. That on your smartphone or your cell phone, the car is more visible. And at least over here in the left corner we have some cones that you can see that there is this photo is pretty dynamic. Another shoot like this, so it's not that perfect, but you can see the blurriness of cars in the background over there. Okay, I would like to go on TikTok, check it, because I see that nobody is watching on YouTube and on Instagram, and we are an hour live. So I would like to switch and just do that on TikTok, because by this streaming platform I cannot do that. I cannot do that on TikTok yet, because I